Deadpool. Everybody likes Deadpool. What with the slapstick humor, and the gratuitous violence, and the bad language, and the memes. It honestly is a miracle that we got one good Deadpool movie, let alone two good Deadpool movies. This is a character that could have easily felt anachronistic in the 21st century, and for a character that relies so much on humor, the fear that his particular brand of humor wouldn't translate from the comics to the big screen was very much present. And yet somehow, they did it. Twice. So now everybody's just sitting here and waiting for the inevitable Deadpool 3 to come out. And it's a film that pretty much everybody wants. The fans want it, the filmmakers want it. But now that Marvel Studios and therefore the Walt Disney Company own the rights to this character, it doesn't look like we're going to be getting a third Deadpool film anytime soon. And I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And here's why. Now, obviously, things were a lot different back in 2018. Back then, Deadpool 2 had just come out, and it made a whole lot of money. And logic would dictate when a movie is successful, you make another one. Even after Disney came in and bought 20th Century Fox and therefore got the rights to all of their Marvel characters, the idea of a Deadpool 3 really did seem like a sure thing. After all, Deadpool was a runaway success and was probably the most successful of all the X-Men films at that point, so why not go ahead with this particular series? Admittedly, it would be a little weird to see an officially released Disney film with so many F-words, but stranger things have happened. But things have started to sound a little dicey for this hypothetical Deadpool 3, and not just because all of Hollywood is on shutdown thanks to you-know-what. Recently, character creator Rob Liefeld has stated that Disney and Marvel don't have any plans for the Merc with the mouth. He would later go on to clarify that Marvel and Disney don't have any plans for Deadpool at this particular point in time. Currently, Kevin Feige and his team over at Marvel Studios are focused solely on all of their previously announced Phase 4 films. It's not that Marvel isn't going to do a Deadpool movie, or for that matter, an X-Men and Fantastic Four movie. It's just that for now, they're focused on what they've already announced. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange, all those films. Which honestly, I totally get. Marvel did just get access to these characters again. It makes sense not to just immediately dive in and start production on a Deadpool 3 right away. After all, they didn't do anything with Daredevil for a few years after they got the rights back from Fox. They didn't do anything with The Punisher for a few years after they got the rights back from Lionsgate. Hell, they got the rights back to Blade in 2013, and we still don't know when his movie is coming out. And besides, they're already in the middle of working on 8 different movies and 8 different TV shows, and this was before the pandemic happened. So I understand not wanting to shoehorn Deadpool in right away. Wait till you're finished with what you got, and then maybe introduce Deadpool. Rob Liefeld said that one of his concerns with this delayed approach to the character is that people might lose interest in Deadpool. Right now he's red hot, and letting people wait to see the next Deadpool movie might make that interest wane over time, but I don't know. Deadpool was already gaining a lot of popularity even before he appeared in X-Men Origins Wolverine. I don't think people are gonna be upset if they don't get a new Deadpool movie anytime soon. I think they'll still flock to theaters to see Deadpool 3 whenever it comes out. If anything, the absence may make the heart grow fonder. In fact, I think Disney and Marvel might actually be better off not making a Deadpool movie anytime soon, or even ever. Okay, look, obviously I would go see a Deadpool 3. I like the first 2 Deadpool films. I like Ryan Reynolds as the character. I like the direction they were taking the series. It's a good series. I would see another one of these films. Hell, when it was announced that Disney was thinking of buying 20th Century Fox way back when, I initially said that I think they should keep Ryan Reynolds on as Deadpool. I understand maybe wanting to recast all the X-Men and whatnot, but keeping Reynolds as Deadpool would fit with the meta nature of the character. And plus, Marvel would be foolish to not make a Deadpool movie. The first 2 Deadpool movies made a stupid amount of money. Just imagine how much more money you can make by having a Deadpool movie where Tom Holland just shows up and walks across the screen as Spider-Man. But part of me is afraid of what Disney specifically might try to do with a character like Deadpool. Disney doesn't exactly do R-rated movies. They have a very particular family-friendly image that they try to uphold, sometimes to cartoonish levels.
Wulff! You don't talk to me like that!
I mean, remember, they did censor Daryl Hannah's butt in Splash for Disney Plus, a PG-rated movie that they themselves made. This doesn't sound like a company that would want to go all in on a character like Deadpool. Now you may be thinking, well, technically Marvel Studios would be handling any particular Deadpool movies that may get made. Marvel Studios is treated like a separate company, and they do feature a lot of stuff that isn't often shown in typical Disney films, like beheadings and mass genocide. Also, the Netflix shows featuring characters like the Punisher, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist were often horrifically violent and explicitly sexual. So it's not like Marvel is opposed to doing anything like this. There is precedent for it. But those were TV shows locked on a third-party subscription service platform. For a character as popular as Deadpool, they would probably want him out in front of the widest audience possible, and that means in the theaters. That also, of course, means that it has the potential to make just all the money. And I think they're smart enough to know that a character like Deadpool can't really be done justice in a PG-13 film. It would have to be rated R, especially after the first two Deadpool movies showed that rated R superhero films could be a viable option at the box office. A PG-13 Deadpool would honestly feel like a knockoff. That's not saying that you can't do PG-13 Deadpool. I think you can, but it would have to be part of like a team movie, like an Avengers film, or he had cameos in like Doctor Strange or whatnot. A solo Deadpool movie can't really be anything less than rated R. I mean, just try to imagine a Deadpool movie without all the f***s and the s***s and the blood and the gore. Separate company or not, I don't think Mickey Mouse would let any movie like that get released under his watch.
You little piece of shit!
And honestly, I think I'm okay with that. I would rather them do no Deadpool movie at all than have them do some half-assed, watered-down version of it. People can tell when something is wrong with a movie just by watching the trailer. Imagine the reaction that would happen by just watching the trailer of some hypothetical PG-13 Deadpool movie. And yes, they did technically try this with Once Upon a Deadpool, a PG-13 re-edit of the second movie, but you can tell something was off. It didn't feel like Deadpool. It felt like a cartoony, kid-friendly version of Deadpool. I know that's the point, but it just didn't work with what we've previously seen from the character and his universe. But then again, there is the Blade in the room. Marvel has confirmed that they are working on a brand new Blade movie in their cinematic universe. Now, it has been 16 years since the last theatrically released Blade movie, but that series is still fondly remembered today, partially because it was an R-rated superhero series. That was a series that was also filled with blood and violence and swear words and whatnot, just like a Deadpool movie. It just wasn't done in a very comedic fashion. And it is, to this day, a very fondly remembered, well-loved series. The first two films, at least. Even though it never really became the cultural juggernaut that the Deadpool movies became, there's a sizable fan base for these films. And I've argued in the past that Blade definitely needs to be a rated R movie, otherwise it's not really Blade anymore. So I would say maybe let's hold back a bit and see how Marvel does with Blade before they even think about doing anything with Deadpool. Let them go and experiment with their B-level character before they even attempt to do anything with their A-level character. If they can somehow pull off a PG-13 Blade movie, or even better, do an R-rated Blade movie, then I think they can go ahead and do a Deadpool film however they want, and it'll be successful. If it's not successful and they do a PG-13 Blade and you could tell something is wrong, then yeah, I'm okay with Deadpool never having a solo movie again, or at least anytime in the near future. I mean, certainly feel free to use him in any other Marvel movies that you might want to stick him in, like Avengers or whatnot, And I'd be okay if you wanted to wait until you reintroduce the X-Men into the MCU before you want to introduce Deadpool to your world. That's fine too. I get wanting to wait. But if Deadpool isn't going to be rated R, if he's just going to be some weird sanitized version of himself, then he's not Deadpool. He's whatever the hell this was. But what do you think? Do you think Marvel and Disney could possibly pull off a PG-13 Deadpool movie, or would you rather there be no Deadpool movie at all if it can't be rated R? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. I'll give Rob Liefeld credit for this. He was pretty open about the fact that, yeah, they do pay him a royalty for the Deadpool movies. He does make money off of them, so I can't really begrudge a guy for wanting to make a buck, especially with the current state of the world right now. And besides, it's not like the Prophet movie is gonna make any money. If you do absolutely need some Deadpool in your life right this second, I have Amazon affiliate links in the description to some Deadpool comics you might want to check out. And don't forget that we have new videos on this channel every single Tuesday and Wednesday, with Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern being Wulff Den Live. So subscribe to see all of that, like this video, and share it with a friend. Any friend. I don't care who. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Wash your hands.